All right, 303-666-9020, partsbreakers.com. I already gave you the phone number. I think I did. 303-666-9020. It's 22 degrees, and I'm out here taking a shower in these, washing these tubs. So love listing them, love selling them, but hate washing them, especially in the cold. So I will go over this with you. It's a 2004 to 2006 Jeep Wrangler LJ Unlimited tub. If you're not familiar with these, look them up. They're really rare. They only did them for a few years. It's a TJ basically with a rear half extended, kind of like the old Scrambler. So really cool. This one is an A grade. There's no rust in it. A couple little things on it. I'll show you those as I go through it. So you can see this tub as if you were here in person. We'll discount for those things. The price you see will be the discounted price. A perfect LJ tub, which is pretty close, but is around $4,000. So, and we sell those just like we sell any of them. Actually, even our lower ones, they go. I mean, people, different purposes, different budgets and whatnot. So, opportunity to save a little bit of money, and the damage on this one is pretty insignificant. But like I said, I'll point those out. I'll get it up in the air, show you the bottom, and then wrap this video up and move on to the next one. Okay, starting here, this is obviously passenger front area, firewall, nice and clean, no rust. Cowl, nice and clean, top of the windshield frame. I just washed it. I have a hot seat. It's like 300 degrees, 4,000 PSI. So it blasts through anything that there potentially could be if there was a soft spot or little rust or something like that. We don't have rust on any of these tubs, so not worried about that, but it's nice to be able to hit it with that. Had a couple scratches. This is a green tub. I probably have a paint coat over there. I'll try to put that in the description. So you have that in case it's a perfect match for what you're looking for. Otherwise, you're going to be painting it, no big deal. But it's hard to see. So here is your first. It's got a little dimple here. You can kind of see it maybe here slightly. If you're going to be putting side steps, rocker guards, armor, I wouldn't do anything with it. I just pop it right over it. But if you're, you know, I don't want you to get it and not see it. That's the last thing. I have a very good reputation selling tubs and frames for 18 plus years, and I want to continue that legacy and possibly pass it down to my son someday, if he's wanting to do it. You know, obviously that's a big if. So, and then this over here as well. So I don't know if it flexed at some point, and I don't know. It's hard to say, but you can kind of feel it if you ran your hand here. It's just got a little bit of a raised side there. So again, a lot of times armor goes on them. It's no big deal, but it's better for you to know exactly what it is versus get there and you go, whoa, what's this? You know, I don't want that. I'm going to probably be the one delivering it unless you have it freight shipped to you, which we do that as well. They do need to be crated, so there's some added expense there, but and whatnot. So otherwise, beautiful side there. And then you get around to the back. Excuse me. My asthma doesn't like this 22 degrees and cold soaking wet. So here's a nice little dimple in it, right? This actually came from my yard. One of the guys here with a forklift. Nobody will confess to it, but that's what it is. And you get to save a little money because of it. So it's an easy area to get up into, but nonetheless, it should be something that you see, okay? And you can actually get your finger. There's an access hole, ironically, right behind it. So pulling it out shouldn't be a big deal, but nonetheless, it is there. It just sucks. And it sucks worse that I don't know who did it. And nobody confessed to it. So that's a little bit bounce up there. That's probably from another picking it up. A lot of this stuff is probably from the yard. Just getting, I should have listed it when we got it instead of letting it sit on it, but it cost us a little money by doing it that way. Anyway, this side is perfect. Driver's side corner is great. Let's see anything down here. That side doesn't have anything. So that's kind of what it should look like. And you can kind of, this is here, nice and flat, nothing there. Yeah, all nice and clean there, up through the front. Okay, so otherwise, so we'll knock off a couple $100 for the stuff you've seen. Floorboards, excellent. Obviously, you got a dimple there. Rear wheel wells, excellent. Floors here. This is your passenger rear. Driver rear, passenger front, driver front, okay? Nice and clean, no rust, nothing like that, no damage. Tunnel is nice and clean on the top, is how it should be. Let me raise her in there, and one, actually real quick, just so you know, it is so it's an 05 year, and your paint code on this guy is P as in Paul, G as in George, V as in Victor, so PGV. And I think that signifies the type of green that we're using. You have a TJ and you've always wanted an LJ. This is how you do it. You buy a tub, you either buy a frame, an LJ frame, or those are really hard to get right now. I haven't had a nice one in a while. Where you extend yours out. I have a tweaked one in the back, which is a bummer. That one's gonna go up though, it'll sell still. It's rust free, so at least that. So starting to see a little bit of leaching in the metal here. I get this coated. There's no rust in it, but I definitely wouldn't let this go, especially if you introduce salt to something like that. You're gonna have some issues. So this is always areas I tell people to look for on tubs. This isn't bad, but if this gets any worse, you're gonna start getting this will eat through where that roll bar is, and you're gonna have major problems. So get some Rust-Oleum, some sort of rust neutralizer, pour 15 it, whatever you wanna do, but get that treated, specifically if this ends up on the East Coast, okay? Torque pockets, excellent shape. The threads are nice and clean. The box is clean. There's that guy there, that one's a little twisted up. You wanna straighten that one out. Let's see, those are your 3 along your driver's side. You have 2 up here, okay, above your fuel tanks, 1 there, and then your rear corner. Okay, so there's 11 total, but 10 on the tub. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you got 3 and 3 and 1 up at the front, which is on your grill. Can't see that one, obviously. Same thing on this side. Just get it treated. Don't let it go any further. Okay, that back skirt area is a little bent up. Super easy to fix. There's your right there. That's your damage there, so you can see that access hole right there. All right. Let's see. Torque pockets, like I said, 4 all clean. Nothing broken bolts wise. You don't have to extract anything. That's nice. That one's the same thing. It's kind of twisted that way, so we want to probably straighten those out. It pops straight, so who knows what they did here at one time, but tunnel's nice and clean. These we usually pull, all included if it's still here, but otherwise you'll need to find one of these. You can call me and ask me if it's still under there. Those are actually hard to find on LJs. They don't make them anymore. Okay, if you need a roll bar, see what I can do on that. I don't have one at the moment. We just sold it. We sell those separately as well usually. And I think that wraps it up. Take some photos down here. Any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to reach out, 303-666-9020. I will be listing that frame. It is an LJ frame. It is tweaked in the front. Matter of fact, that one might be listed already. Actually, I think that one did get listed already. It was listed yesterday. So if you have the ability to straighten it, you might want to do that on that one. It'll save you some money on it for sure. And or you can just look at how it's made and do the same thing, extend your TJ, use the back half of it or something. So, okay, I think that's it, folks. Thanks a lot, appreciate it. Have hopefully a warmer day.